Tonight we report on why Moses Lake is beginning to search for its next city manager, and a Moses Lake Motorcycle Club holds its annual toy drive. What's happening in sports, Bob?
Thanks, Alan. The Big Ben Running Bikes placed third at the Bigfoot Classic, and Freighter Wrestlers placed fifth at the Mel Carlson Invite. Let's take a peek at our Weather Center forecast.
Hello everyone, this is Chaslyn Rodriguez. Rounds of precipitation will come through our area from the Pacific. How will all this impact our area? I will have all the details for you in just a bit.
I'm Alan Troop, and we have all this and much more on iFIBER 1 News.
From the iFIBER 1 HD studio here in the heart of the Columbia Basin, this is iFIBER 1 News. Your #1 source for local news, sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. This is iFIBER 1 News, and it starts now.
The Moses Lake City Council is starting to look for a new city manager. Councilmember Bill Ekrit raised the issue at a recent city council meeting, saying city manager Joe Gavinsky previously mentioned retiring. Gavinsky said in an interview on Monday that he hasn't given the council a formal date for when he would retire, but that it will be someday. Ekrit said he wanted to involve Gavinsky in the process of finding his replacement, and the council asked the city manager to develop a list of the items the council members should look for in a new city manager. Mayor Dick Dean agreed they needed to start developing criteria, but he wanted to have a discussion with Gavinsky about it. Gavinsky began working for the city as the city's attorney and became the city manager more than 30 years ago. It was a packed day of activities during Soap Lake's annual Winterfest celebration, capped off by the lighting of the downtown Christmas tree. Reporter Jeff Chu joined in on the fun and has the story.
It was the biggest day of winter in Soap Lake. Santa came to town to hear the Christmas wishes of all good girls and boys. The Three Little Pigs and the Big Bad Wolf hit the stage at the Maskers Theater, and Columbia Basin artwork decked City Hall. No wonder they call it Winterfest in Soap Lake. After a packed house at Maskers Theater saw a performance of Fairy Tale Christmas, Soap Lake children and parents spilled out onto a newly renovated Main Avenue to see Santa. Volunteer Soap Lake firefighters drove Santa in a fire truck to the Canna and Main gazebo, where he was warmly welcomed by a long line of excited young fans. The Saturday event was sponsored by Soap Lake Chamber of Commerce. The Winterfest Art Show was sponsored by the Art Guild of the Soap Lake area. No Terrace Lodge and John's Food donated candy and food and toys that Santa was able to give to the kids. Kathy Lecoq and Tom and Sue Rawls decorated the gazebo. Shortly after Winterfest, the downtown Christmas tree magically appeared. Marina Romeri, owner of No Terrace Lodge, donated space for the tree next to Don's restaurant. Tim and Cindy Ray of TC Farms donated the tree, which was cut, moved, placed, and lit by Grant County Public Utility District volunteers. I'm Jeff Chu for iFIBER 1 News.
A recent decision by Standard & Poor's will make it easier for Grant County to borrow money. The credit rating agency gave the county an AA- rating as the county prepares to sell $7.1 million worth of bonds to build a new multi-agency communications center facility. MAC is responsible for dispatching Grant County Police, Fire, and Ambulance services. Commissioner Carol Ann Swartz said the county commissioners are very pleased with the rating. The rating is in the second highest range the company offers and is meant to inform investors about how likely the money will be paid back. Treasurer Darrell Pheasant stated the rating was based on a record of maintaining balances in the county's current expense and road funds, the strength of the economy, the growth in the property values, and a 911 sales tax revenue. A woman returned home to find someone had pried open her front door and stolen some of her child's toys. The 21-year-old female victim called police Friday night and reported the front door to her home on Owen Road Northeast was forced open with crowbar and her home burglarized, according to Moses Lake police records released on Monday. She told police some of the items stolen were a Super Mario Brothers backpack, Fisher-Price toy puppy, Fisher-Price cell phone, 2 sets of girls' fake fingernails, a black Toshiba laptop computer, and a Social Security card. A neighbor reported seeing a man in a tan or gold-colored car parked in the victim's driveway. He was described as tall, thin, with dark hair, a close-cut beard, and wearing a stocking cap. The Moses Lake Police are investigating and ask anyone with information about the burglary to call them at 509-764-3887 or 509-762-1160. And now we take a look at people being sought by law enforcement.
This is Sheriff Tom Jones with the Grant County Sheriff's Office. Each of the people you see here have a warrant for their arrest. If you see any of these people, we ask you do not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but call us at 509-762-1160 or send us an email at crimetips@co.grant.wa.us. If the person is presenting a danger, call 911. With your help, we can bring these people to justice and make our community safer.
And we'll be back right after this.